Hey guys, Anime West Reviews here. It's going to be a review for Owari no Seraph or Seraph of the End, chapter 80, and yeah, a lot of stuff went on in this chapter, so just going to go through it part by part like normal, but yeah, a lot of stuff happened. So we started off with helicopters and like seeing Rigger, and someone comes up to him and says, Lord Saito, preparations are complete. We can begin the attack at any time, and then he just says that yeah. He says, is everything in order? We're facing powerful opponents. And then he says, the first himself is there after all, and several family members who bear my genetic makeup too. Or genetic material. That's what he says, not makeup. And so yeah, then it says, go all out, first contact, okay? But once the objective is required, retreat immediately. So they say, got it, sir, and then have him saying, okay then. Then we get the cover page of the chapter, which is the first in Shinoa's like possession thing, or whatever you call it. Chapter title is Lightning over Shibuya, which is pretty apt, because something like that does happen. So yeah, then we go back to the battle. You have Kureto asking what the situation is. They say it's unclear, and he says, then what are the enemy's numbers? And they say that it's unknown. And so Aoi is saying, how it's unknown, like the enemy numbers are unknown, however the sky is already filled with attack helicopters. And then he's just like, shoot them down, deploy all our archers, activate the Seraph of the End too. So yeah, it says sir, and then you have Aoi, I think, saying, what I don't understand is how that many, yeah, how did that many helicopters get so close without them knowing at all what they're, it's like, what were our sentries doing, sir? Or I think he might have said that. Yeah, Kureto said that, and then she says, sir, seems the enemy concealed themselves with curse-based camouflage. And yeah, just curse-based camouflage. And then he says, yeah, damn it. And he says that he was so absorbed in fighting the vampires that he forgot to consider the possibility that they had human enemies remaining. So he says that's my mistake. So yeah, not just fighting vampires right now. There's also humans. And so yeah, then someone's like, Lord Kureto, or like the soldiers are saying like Lord Kureto's here, and so he like walks through a door, goes outside or something. And yeah, then we get the, I guess, title of the chapter. He sees all the helicopters, activates his cursed gear, and he's just like kind of like in a monologue box that says, "Damn it, they have more missiles than I can deal with. What's the next best course of action?" Like thinking. So then Stafford's like, "Fire." So Kureto yells, "Archers, concentrate all your fire on the choppers. I will take care of the missiles myself." So yeah, they yell, "Sir." Choppers start firing. And he says, Raimeki, go wild, Raimeki, to the limit. So you get a cool scene of him like jumping up in the air and slicing. And just like all these explosions in the sky. And so yeah, then you have Shinya, I think, yeah, he's like, excuse me, you missed some of them. Because, yeah, he, like, I guess exploded near Shinya, and he's, like, dodging and shooting them, I think. And he's like, damn it, there's just too many of them. What the hell are they after with all this? And so someone suddenly appears and, like, slices at him. And he's like, you're fast. And then he notices the ear, and he's like, huh, a vampire. And so he, like, hits a wall, and so this is a new character. It's pretty interesting. And so yeah, Shinja's like, I see a vampire and a noble at that. So yeah, he yells, Big Brother Kureto, there's a vampire nobility, and so suddenly, like, gets sliced at again. He's like, "Dwa," and like slices clean through the wall that was like above him. So the vampire's like, "Do you really have time to talk?" And it's like trying to cut him again, and suddenly Crowley appears, and yeah, he's like, well, Crowley Usford is what the vampire says. So we get the vampire's name is Bastea Urklu or something like that. Earclew, I'm not sure. So it's Bastea. And then Crowley says, "I heard you were dead, why are you here?" And then Bastea's like, "Me, why are you here?" He's like, Crowley's like, "Good question." So it says, some errand or another for that little stray mutt, Farid Bathory, I'm sure. And so, yeah, Farid, like, attacks from behind and doesn't even look and just blocks. It's like, in other words, then you got Farid talking in his normal kind of tone and just being, like, Farid, basically. And the Farid says, "Oh, wow, what a surprise, you're alive. And if you're here, that means Daddy Dearest is here too, right?" And so then Bastea is like, "What business of yours is that? You were discarded." And so yeah, Farid's like, "Yep, that I was. Still, you're awfully stuck up for a dog that's still chained. Shall I cut your leash for you?" And then Bastea's like, "You can't. I'm a sixth progenitor, you're a seventh." Okay, so Bastea is the one above Farid. And then Farid says, "Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. See, I have Crowley with me today." And he's like, "What can a mere 13th progenitor do?" Or like Bastea says that. And then Farid says, he's like laughing and he's like, "True, true. But you know, I am so irresistibly cute and adorable that I have a whole lot of human friends lately too." And then you see like the rest of Gurren's squad appears. And I don't remember most of their names, so I remember Shinya and Goto. They're the ones that have pretty sure have left the biggest impression. So yeah, then you have Farid talking, and he's like, "I think you poked your nose a bit too deep into enemy territory. You underestimate humans and their capabilities. Looks like you're going to die for real today." And then, yeah, Bastea is like, "I don't have enough interest in humans to form an opinion on them either way. I didn't set this plan in motion. I simply play my part. The one in complete control is and always has been. Has, yeah, it says, is and always, has always been." That's what it says. Mr. Rigger Stafford, pretty much, or Lord, or something like that. Yeah, Lord Rigger Stafford. And then here, someone say, "Jigenso slice it open." So that space guy appears again, who was like the one that took you. And so Farad's like, "Oh ho." And Shinya's like, "A human, that's cursed gear." And so he attacks with Byakumaru. And so yeah, the guy jumps out, and Shinya says it's Black Demon level 2. So the guy who cut the space open jumps out, and then Bastea goes in and disappears. And then Farad's just like, "Oh, they got away. That's an awful handy weapon. I wonder where did Bastea go now?" And so he's like, looks over, and then he goes into like, starts thinking pretty much. He's like, because Bastea left, so he just starts thinking like, what's more important? What is Daddy Dear's objective with all this? If he's simply collecting human sin, that is likely the Seraph of the Inn they're keeping. That, or it's this little trinket I have, because he still has like the dagger. It says that, or it's the little trinket I have. At least so most would think. And then you have Crowley blocking attacks. He's like, "Hello, Farid. Would you stop standing there daydreaming and maybe protect yourself?" And so Farad's just like, He's like, I'm thinking right now, so you do it. And yeah, Crowley's like, really? Like, come on, really? So then we have Shinya fighting against Jigenso, or yeah, or Jigenso is the weapon, but I don't know this guy's name. But yeah, that weapon is pretty dangerous because he like slices through he's essentially slicing space. So Shinya like shoots at him, he slices, and then it goes like it appears behind Crowley. And so Crowley gets hit with it. And so yeah, then go back to the other side, you say Hyakuya soldiers. Crowley just wipes him out. And then yeah, like I just got a scratch, talking to Ferret, and he's like, "Oh dear, who are you?" And then Crowley is like, "Have you collected your thoughts yet?" And then Ferret says, "Yep, I think Mr. Handy Weapon Man is just the handy dandy tool I need." So yeah, Crowley's like, "Handy dandy weapon man, what the heck?" So yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what he's talking about either. I honestly don't remember who that could be. So yeah, then it goes over to Shinya, or back to Shinya fighting the guy with the sword named Jigenso. And the guy is like I'm going to let you have the distance you need because Shinya's a sniper, or a gunman, so obviously you need distance to shoot. The guy staying like right in his face is kind of against it. And so I assume they both pull these both of them do the same thing. They pull out this paper that causes an explosion, but then the guy slices and Shinya like crap because Fear's behind him. But then Fair grabs that guy. Shinya was fighting and he's like damaged again, and Fair's just like shut up and throws him into the floor or into a wall. And so yeah, that guy's done. Seemingly. Then he starts talking to Shinya and saying like he needs Shinya's help. Yeah, he says, he says, no dying. We need to borrow your handy weapon, Mr. Handy Weapon Man. So that was Shinya who was Handy Weapon Man. And so yeah, Shinya's like, sheesh, you certainly beat him easily enough. He's like, oh, by the way, I just saved your life. Don't I get a thank you? And Shinya's like, what? And he's like, oh, thanks. So then, yeah, Barrett says, no need, or he says, no, 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 no need to thank me. It's only natural to help your friends. And then Shinya's like, I just told you, or you just told me to thank you. Because, yeah, Barrett's like, thank me, and then says, don't thank me. And then Ferret says, but if you really want to thank me that much, how about you follow my orders for a minute? I mean, you're a specialist at sniping, right? So Ferret has some kind of objective. So he says, see, at the moment, I just happen to have an opponent way more powerful than me that I have to beat up. And it's not that easy, And so we suddenly go underground to, yeah, someone yelling, hurry, administer the drug. We have to get the Seraph of the End online stat. So we see Mirai getting like poked with a needle, and she's like going making noises. And Mizuki suddenly bursts in the door like, hey, what are you doing? Don't abuse my sister like that. So scientist guy is like, stay away, our tests. Yeah, stay away from our test subject, please. And yeah, he's just like, she's not some test subject, she's my sister. And Mirai screams, and Shinra, but no. Shimazaki yells Mirai, and then suddenly, guys, like, quiet in the lab, please. Suddenly, all these, like, lasers shoot out or something, and then suddenly, Rigger is, like, standing right beside Kimazuki, and he says, oh ho, it's your sister, huh? Guess I'll have to treat it with care. And so, yeah, he's like, Shinra's, or I keep trying to call him Shinra for whatever reason. Kimazuki is like, what, who are you? Because he's never met or seen Rigger before. So then Rigger's just like, afraid I don't have time to speak with you now. Besides, what do I matter to you anyway? Are you sure you shouldn't go to your sister? And so, yeah, then suddenly the last page of the chapter is we have Rigger and the first meeting. So, yeah. Rigger saying, "Hi there, first, been a while." And then he's just like, "Rigger, hello, it's been some time." So, yeah, that's how the chapter ends. Pretty good chapter. A lot of stuff went down in this chapter, so pretty interested to see where this meeting between Rigger Stafford and the first goes, because not really sure what Rigger's objective is here. Clearly, he's collecting the Seraphs of the End because he took you and was talking about getting Mika, and haven't seen Mika in quite a while. But he seemed to just ignore Mirai here because the first. So yeah, not sure what his objective is. If he's like seemingly he's opposing the first, but he's also opposing the demon army. But yeah, that's all I really got for this one. So hope you all enjoyed this reaction. If you did, or review, I don't know, I got caught up in the moment. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the review. If you did, then be sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more anime reactions and reviews, as well as manga reviews. Links down below to the Patreon and Discord and all that, and I will see you all next time. So yeah, later.